What's up, good people? How are you doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for coming. If it's your second time or third time, or you're always a member of this channel, just know that I really do appreciate you. And for those who recently joined my channel, thank you so much for joining. And this channel is about lifestyle, it's about healthy habits, and it's about traveling. And sometimes I get to share with you my stories from my experiences. Like now today, it's all about story time. Last time I shot a video here, it was about being single in your 30s. And on today's video, I'm gonna share with you, or rather, the stories about dating in your 30s, which comes with a lot of work. Oh my God. Kwanza now, the fact that when COVID came to an end, of course, the other places were open, but before that, the people who got used to staying indoors, like me here, the people started working from home. So you find that maybe you're in your 30s, you're working indoors, and you never even go out. Like, you're not the kind of person who like going out to party and all that. So meeting people becomes a problem. So dating in your 30s, because you're engaged with work, some of us are in school, some of us maybe are single parents, like you find it very hard to go even out there to be in a place whereby you're able to interact with other people, and you end up going to dating site. That's something that comes with dating in your 30s. I've just started this video that just started going, and I didn't even say, okay, I have my YouTube book right here, good people. And I wrote some of these points here so that I can just remember, but I've just been talking, and I didn't even get to see my book. So guys, yes, dating in your 30s. Relationships feels like, let me just say, a vacation or a trip. Yeah, it's more or less the same. Like, relationship feels like a vacation. Remember guys, I've been living by myself for quite some time, like maybe over 10 years now. Of course, since I was 19 years old, and now I'm here in my 30s, and because I'm so used to being so by myself, I'm not used to having someone else coming into my space. I'm not used to having, even living with a man. I've never lived with a man before, like do come we stay before. So I'm used to everything yangu. Like when I leave that mug over there, I'll find it over there. When I leave my pillows the way that I left them, like I'll find them like that. So this is something that I've been even trying to just prepare myself mentally, that now, Christine, at some point in life, you will be living with someone else. So I need to just try and just, like figure out how I can accommodate someone else in my space. And of course, this is not the topic that is not about dating in your 30s, but it's something that when you're dating in your 30s, you also have to consider, because I don't want to die alone. Like, I'm one person who, I don't want to die alone. I want to have someone in my life, someone that I love, someone that, like someone I can live my life with. Like, I want to grow old with someone. I want to enjoy my 80s with someone. I want to, do all those things with someone. So yeah. So that is something that I had to prepare myself mentally. So again, back to our point. When you're in your 30s, you're already used to doing things in a certain way. You already have a routine. Let's say you're going to school, you're going to work, maybe evening classes, and then on Saturdays, those are the days where you get to even just do your laundry, cleaning and all that, and then you also get to do assignments. I'm talking for my case, like you get to do assignments at home. Then on Sundays is the day you go to church, then you want to come back home and just rest, Then now when you start dating, when you get to dating, by the way, on Sundays, maybe someone is telling you, let's link up for this and this. Maybe you go and link up at this K1 that is known for having stuff on Sundays afternoon. So yeah, so maybe someone tells you to go to K1. Oh my God, I live on the other side of town. K1 is on the other side. So just the thought of me leaving my house, going all the way, while I could just sit in this house and watch a movie, I'm just like, do I have to? Do I? And then I end up telling them, oh, let's plan for another day. Then you end up not going for that date like that. Like, there's just, because you're used to your, there's that. I don't know if someone is feeling me of this, where you cancel dates because you feel like you're so comfortable in being in that particular space that you're in, until when it comes to going out, you're just like, oh my God, who's going to now look for something to wear? And yeah, so let me just share a recent story. Something that happened, I think it was a couple of weeks ago. So I met this guy, and when I met this guy, of course, he was very quick. Like, he knew what he wanted. As in, from the way it just sounded where we met, it was on an online site. Like, there's this Bumble, guys, for those who know Bumble. And yeah, so I met this guy on Bumble. So I was like, okay, this guy looks interesting. So yeah, so that day when we were supposed to meet, at some point I was just feeling lazy. Like I was like, no, I don't want to leave my house. Like I just want to stay here. So I texted the guy and I was like, are you still meeting? Because I was hoping for the guy to say, no, we can just move it to another day. But the guy said, yes, we are still meeting. So I was like, okay. So now I went to my closet to look for something to wear. Do you know, I was just so tired to dress up, like in terms of, you know, the way you can beat yourself up. The energy I used to have back then is not the same energy I have now. I ended up putting on a big sweater, a tiny skirt, and I wore my canvas. And that's how I left the house, and that's how I went for that first date. So because I did not put any effort, like, you know, nilikuwa tuka effortless. Yani ile tu nilienda. But sisi nilikuwa na kabibaya. Damn, I was looking good. But the thing is, that is not the Christine that used to go out on dates back in the days. I could dress up and show up. But there's just something that comes with it. Not that I look like, see the way I'm wearing this. I would comfortably, this is a cropped hoodie. I would comfortably leave my house with this and some maybe pencil cut and go out on a date and sit and eat and, you know, and I'm just fine. So you, if you like me, you like me. If you don't like me, it's okay. Like that is how it is maybe in your 30s. Okay, for me in my 30s. And something else, there's that comfort bit of it. And also when it comes to someone just coming into your space and then they start asking you questions in the morning, they want to text you in the evening. Dating in your 30s is different. Like for me, I feel like you don't have to do all that. I don't want to talk to you all the time. Damn, I need to be reading my book or reading my whatever. I need to maybe be finishing some proposals I was working on for work. I need to do some schoolwork. There's so much. And imagine if you have a baby and you're dating in your 30s. Like things are different. Like it's usually not the same. The men are also not as aggressive as they used to be back then. They're not going to do the chasing around like they used to back then. Things just change. A lot of things happen in life and your mind is just occupied with many other things, and yeah. And then something that I also find, wait, let me now check on my notes. When I was talking about dating feels like a vacation, let's go back to that because I don't think I stressed on that point. But when I was talking about dating feels like a vacation, is because the way I am so used to my routine from when I was over 10 years. Oh my God, I've been living here by myself and I know how I leave work, come back home. So on Sunday I'm supposed to sleep in, then maybe watch Netflix, then maybe just read a book, then go to bed, prepare for the new week. Now when you meet someone, of course, yes, you're excited, you're going to do all those things, but again, you just miss your comfort, like that space of yours, the routine that you already have. And sometimes you just end up going back to that routine, you know, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but sometimes I feel like it's just a lot of work. And you just get uncomfortable being by myself, like, and that is the worst thing to do. Like, you should never be comfortable by being by yourself like that. Of course, there are moments where you feel like, oh, I wish I had this person, I wish I had this person. But then there's that comfort that you're already used to being by yourself, that it's just, I don't know, it's work, mikazi. Then something else when it comes to now dating in your 30s, is that you have to be intentional. You have to be very, very intentional. If you're dating someone, you know you're dating them, like you will put in the effort, like you have to put it on your schedule. You can't just do random stuff like zileza nitaamka tu asubuhi niende kwake. No, people are busy, people are traveling here for work left, right and center. You have to be very intentional with that relationship and know that you have to put in the effort for it to be able to flourish, for it to be able to work. Because this is someone who's grown for over 30 years, who was raised differently. You're another person who was raised Jesus Christ, like who was raised differently somewhere else, and now you're trying to merge together. And if that relationship is going to go further, you have to sacrifice. One of you have to sacrifice some few things for it to be able to happen, or both of you will have to sacrifice a few things for it to be able to work. And when it comes to that sacrificing, is usually the toughest bit, because everyone, you know, like you just have to discuss about it. If you get a good man, I think you get to, or rather a good woman, you're able to discuss these things and be open. And now dating in your 30s means you're dating maturely. This thing of lying or faking it, or lying that I like your hair open like this, and then deep down inside you don't like my hair open like this, should just be cut out. Because I feel like in your 30s, when I meet, for me, I meet someone and I just sense lies. Oh my god, that's X, like your number gone, deleted, blocked, like you're out. You're not going to lie to me. I like the truth. Like there's something about being authentic. There's something about I find it very attractive. Like in my 30s, I like that. Like I like be someone who's very authentic. I want someone who is, you know, be yourself. And being yourself does not mean that you come to me when you're smelling sijui nini ati sasa utaki kutumia dio because you're trying to be yourself and natural. Just be yourself. Be yourself. I know you understand what I'm saying. Hizo vitu za uongo sijui you know, I can kwanza kuna vitu, even when I was still in my 20s, there are things that could not attract me, like someone coming to katia you using the things that they have, like the things that he has. Like I have this house, I have this, I have that doesn't work with me. I mean, I can as well just work hard and get that thing. So I mean, don't come to me like that. Just be yourself. So when I see someone coming to me like that, you would have done that to me when I was in my when I was 21, maybe, or 19, maybe ningeingia box, but not now. So when I see that, it's usually just an ex. Maybe that's how they are. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I usually block them too fast. Maybe, but those are questions that I ask myself when I'm back home and I'm like, damn, was I too harsh? But again, I am not sorry. I was just being myself. But don't be like that to people, by the way. Sometimes onyesha tu rumor. The other point is that when you're dating in your 30s, people come with baggages. Oh my god. You find that, like, there's a time there's this guy that I liked so much, guys, and okay, I've been liking them so much, but this one is very fit. In fact, the people around me were telling me, I think you guys are looking good together. You're always talking, you look good, you look like a nice couple, you know, you're like couple goals, nini, like, yeah. And he's someone who's mature enough, and he's someone who, you know, Christine would go for, like someone who's just, they have their fitness together, they have their hustle together, they have good heart, they have check, like everything tick. Only the day I came to realize that this guy has like 5 kids, and that was not even a problem, you know, that was not even a problem. The problem is with different baby mamas. I was like, what? That's like a big, huge baggage. So me, if I go in there, I'll be like 6th baby mama. And what makes me think that he is going to treat me different from the rest? Like, you know, like people come with baggages. When you're dating in your 30s, you meet people with their baggages, with different baggages. The people who maybe, like now in my case, I know I have my own baggages. Maybe I'm dealing with childhood trauma, maybe I'm dealing with I don't know what, because I remember there's a time I was dating someone and I didn't know at first that they had so much baggage. And this is not like they had a wife, or maybe they were children, or maybe, you know, but it was mental, like he was mentally not so fit. And that's why after that I was like on my list, Aki, please just come when you're mentally fit, come when you're physically fit, because physical fitness and mental fitness go together, those two things. And even be like spiritually fit, mentally fit, physically fit, and financially fit. Those 4 things are very, very important, because hey, who wants poverty? And you're not going to worship poverty in this country. Okay, again, I remember seeing Shonoro saying that, who said we Africans are supposed to worship poverty? Nope. I know how it feels not to have enough money to give yourself 1 or 2, 3 things. So why would I entertain not having that money? Why would I entertain? Okay, let me just scrap that. Kabla mwanze kuniambia nyafopia kwa redha nyenyenyenyenye. I'm just saying, you know. So yeah, so this guy was not mentally, yeah. So anyway, I had to just encourage him. He started going for therapy sessions, but there was so much, and there's a lot of baggages that people come up with when in their 30s, like maybe from trauma from your last relationship. Maybe you're in a relationship where your girlfriend or your boyfriend tried to kill themselves when you're with them. So there's that trauma that you come with. So dating in your 30s, it is complicated. It is not as easy as dating in your early 20s when you're naive. Yani ukiona tu unatreatiwa sijui umepatiwa chocolate, you're like, in your 30s, chick, you can buy yourself all these things. So those are things that are not going to attract you. In your 30s, you've been paying your bills. In your 30s, you're fueling your car. In your 30s, you bought yourself this. In your 30s, like, Hizi vitu ndogo ndogo hazikuamezi. So someone has to come with something extraordinary, like just, you know, that personality. Even for guys, I know, like in your 30s you've seen it all, you know. I think so. I'm talking as if 30s is like 70s, but yeah, you get my point. Like the things that you've already gone through in your life and you've seen. So vitu mingi hazikuamezi other than someone's personality. And I was talking about my friend who had to chase that girl away. That chick was pretty, and even that guy's friends were telling him that akiudemako ni mrembo, so tupatie, you know. But this guy was like, urembo. So good people dating in your 30s means you're going to date broken-hearted people, you're going to date divorcees, you're going to date people who are married, because they are there, they come. Some of them come and start hitting on you without even you knowing they are married. Like, most of the people nowadays are married without rings, you know, like they do come with and then they live together, so they don't even exchange rings. Then you're there, someone is coming to hit on you, you're thinking, I usually look at your, you know, see if you have a ring like this one. You see, like this one I have here, but now you have it here. So I usually look at it, I'm like, okay, this one is not married. Then siku hizi, it's very hard. So they come hitting on you, you think you're just there, you're the one, nini. Then you just realize they're married. Or maybe, I remember there's one guy I went on a date with, oh my God. First of all, dating site, I like my men tall. Acha tu niseme, like napenda tu nikiva heels zangu na nimeva my gown, we just look good pamoja. I've never dated someone very shorter, like someone who's shorter than me, but yeah, like I just like them like that. That is my preference. Everyone has their own. I don't know what yours. But so this guy, we met on a dating site. Then I think he happened to leave. He was living somewhere not too far from where I live. He lives somewhere not far from where I live, not far from here. Then was like, oh, I'm actually not too far from your hood. We can go do brunch somewhere, you know. I was like, okay, pass by. So he came, and I told him to wait down there. But then he asked, because at the gate before you come in, you have to know my house number. So I said my house number. So I told the guy that I'm coming down. So this guy came up. So you see that Kashimo over there. That one. So when the door rang, I went, and then I was chunguliaing. So I was expecting to see someone tall. Then that Shimo, I had to bend to check. Okay, I'm not laughing. But yeah, and I was like, what? So anyway, because I'd seen it, I just went. Of course, I was planning to wear heels for that particular date. That one, at least I tried. But I just went back and took my comfortable shoes, Converse, and yeah, we went on a date. At least now we were almost the same. I think I was still slightly taller, but yeah, like, then when we got there, hey, it wasn't the end of it. Like, this guy said, so, you know, I'm married with 3 kids. I left my wife at home. That's why I decided to come this side. Like, you know, I'm like, okay, so what are you doing on a dating site again? Like seriously? What are you doing on a dating site? So anyway, that one ended like that. But yes, in your 30s, be ready to date these married men. Some of them will come hit on you left, right, and center. You won't even know until it happens. Then you'll be like, oh, you're married. If you're lucky enough, they'll tell you like they did on our first date, like he told me on our first date. And yeah. So anyway, another point is dating married men in your 30s. Yes, that is very, very something. They will hit on you. Married men will hit on you big time. There's also another bunch that hits on you. So especially if you're looking young, that's why I say naka young. You see the way I look young. Maybe you're just seeing my half, but now when you see the other part of the rest of the body, I might look like maybe I'm in my early 20s, nikiskuma sana, or maybe I'm in my 20s. Then someone comes and hits on you who's very young. I get that a lot, like just young people hitting on me, and I'm like, damn, do I look your age? Oh yeah, I look your age, but do I sound your age? And then that's where now they go like, oh, you have experience. So yeah, in your 30s, expect people to hit on you, the younger people to hit on you, especially if you have your, you know, you've taken care of your body, you've taken care of your face, like you're looking young, you're looking like, you know, black don't crack. So if you're watching this and you're black, please don't let your body crack. do something about it and join the gym. I feel like I should just mention the gym I go to so that you guys can come and join. Next Level. But yeah, I'm not even mentioning, but Next Level is the gym. So anyway, back to the story. Like, there's the young people will hit on you. Get used to that in your 30s. I don't know how long this thing is, but I think it's very long. Let's just get to finish it. Oh my god, another point. When I said guys are coming with baggages, they also come with people who've lost their lives. I mean, you'll meet partners who've lost their significant others. Maybe there's someone I met whose wife died of cancer and they had a son, and they were so emotional. Like, they were very, very emotional, and I could not handle it. Sometimes when you're praying to God to give you a man, I think we need to pray to God to give us a man who is, if the man is coming with baggage, God should give us the strength and the grace to be able to accommodate that person in our lives. You get? Because this one, I didn't even know how to handle, because I think I feel like it was either a year or 2 years after the wife died, and I was like, oh God, like, I don't know how that ended, but I think there's something that happened, which I'll tell you guys another day. This online dating comes with troubles. Hey, I'll tell you another day. Yeah. And then something else that I wanted to share with you, some people in their 30s are very workaholic. Like, that is what they're used to. Like, I'm talking as if I've dated a million people, but these are just from experiences from also other people that I've met in my life. But there's someone I ever dated, or rather, maybe I might be dating them right now, who knows. But yeah, so this person is very workaholic. Like, they give their work their all. I love a man who's working. Damn, I said earlier, I can't entertain poverty. So when you find a working man, it is good. But when you find a workaholic man, damn, you're just trying to get to know each other. Them, they're working Monday to Monday. So at what point are we supposed to know each other? Like, oh Lord, like, it's just something else. There's also that in dating in your 30s, because you're also very busy at work. He's also very busy at work. But I think the two of you need to figure out how you guys can meet, and just, before you know it, time is just going. You guys are just talking, and there's nowhere that this conversation is going, and you're just like, okay, all right, like, there's all that. So that's something else that comes with dating in your 30s. That's it, because the other point I'm seeing here is you meet many married men, which I think I already mentioned. And yeah, so that's about it, dating in your 30s. I don't know if there's any other thing that I've forgotten, but I don't know. So anyway, good people, I think we've come to the end of this video. I know it's very long, but I hope you're able to learn something from this. Let me know how it feels dating in your 30s or maybe in your late 20s, because the gap is very, very small. So maybe you're 29 to 28, because that's where I feel like you now, it's very clear what you like in a person, because I'm sure you've dated a couple of people before, so you know what your preference is. And from even your experience, let me know what are some of the struggles you have in dating in your 30s. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching again. If you like this particular video, thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you're still watching, kindly do so by pressing on this amazing lady popping right here. And until next time, good people, kisses to you.